Alright guys, we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. So I already recorded this video and then I lost the video. I don't know what happened. I'm using a different recording app now. So in this video we're going to be doing a champion review, which I was already doing. Before we get started, I want to take a look at this Sacred Shard pack. So I would highly advise that you guys do not purchase this. One Sacred Shard and 100 gems is not worth, I've seen people $29.99, that's for US. And this is $39.99. This is not worth it. I feel like they're just testing the waters to see how much they can get away with. So they're trying to see the value of their Sacred Shards, but one Sacred Shard is not worth it. Most likely you're going to get an epic. Even with the increased summon, the legendary summon, it's only for Sacred Shards as well. So getting away from that, we're going to be doing a champion review on Doompriest. So I've already done this, but I have to redo this right now. So Doompriest is part of the Doompriest is part of the Knight Revenant faction, and she's an epic support character that can only be acquired by ancient shards as well as sacred. And she's a force type. So we're going to go over her artifacts, her skills, and her masteries as always. And we're going to start off with skills. So first skill is Fate Weave. It attacks one enemy. If the hit is a critical, it places a 15% increased crit rate buff on a random ally for 2 turns. And damage is based on attack. So this move hits surprisingly hard, and this is the only move that she has that is an attack. And it's basically an attack and a support at the same time with increased crit rate. So with this, you want to build her with some crit rate so that she can crit, so she can increase her allies' crit rate. And the skill ups, if you level up the skill books, is going to be only damage based, so I would advise not doing it unless you want to do it. It's up to you, but my advice is to not do it. And the next up is Mass Possession. She places a 50% increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. So this is her only buff ability, and if you increase her, if you upgrade it, it's going to be a 1 cooldown -1, so it's going to be a 3-turn cooldown. So you don't really have to upgrade it. This is why Doompriest is very good. All of her abilities do not require any skill books to be good. And Bolster is her... This is what makes Doompriest very good. Her Bolster ability is a passive. So she heals all allies by 7.5% of their HP and removes 1 random debuff from them at the start of this champion's turn. So this is very good in every aspect of the game, especially in Arena and Clan Boss. So in Clan Boss, the Clan Boss always attacks one of your champions and stuns them. She will remove that when it's her turn, but it's also based on RNG, like when is she going to have her turn before them, or if their turn meter bar is almost full. And lastly is her Aura skill. Increases force ally speed in all battles by 15%. So this is good if you use a lot of force characters, or if you use it in if you use a lot of force characters in Clan Boss or Arena. Also, this is good with Relic Keeper. If you guys are new to the game and you manage to pull a Doompriest, and you can fuse Relic Keeper, she will make him faster. And now we're going to go over her artifacts. So the way that I built her is 2 speed sets with 1 life set. So the subset that you want to go for is crit rate for her attack ability, so she can increase the crit rate of her allies, as well as HP percentage and speed. Defense percentage is okay as well, but the primary ones are speed, crit rate, and HP percentage. We can look at my stats if you guys want to. They're not very good, but she's very usable. I've used her in many aspects of the game. I still use her to this day. And also accuracy is not important at all for her because she has no debuffs whatsoever. So let's look at the primary stats. So for the gloves, you can either go for defense percentage, crit rate if you want to go a little offensive, but I would not recommend that for Clan Boss, just for Arena, and HP percentage. I would advise heavily going into the HP percentage, because of Clan Boss you're going to need a higher health pool. Do I even have an HP percentage? Yes, I do. But the only reason I'm stuck with this one is because of the speed. 9 speed. But I will, when I get a better one, I will switch to the HP percentage. And let's go for the chest. So for the chest, we go with HP percentage. And the boots always speed. Not always, like some champions don't need speed, but for her, she needs speed. And as always, try to get 5 stars if you can. It's always helpful. And we're going to go down to the accessories. So for the accessories, I'm using a 1-star ring, but the only reason why I'm using it because it has some defense on it. And I don't want to give her this attack one. And the same thing with her amulet. I'm using a defensive one as well. And no banner because she's not 6 stars. Okay, so now we're going to review Doompriest. So the thing about Doompriest, we're going to rate her as a support character. So she's going to be rated differently since she can't solo things. I mean, I've seen her do very well in Minotaur's Labyrinth. But I think she's built differently. She's not built as a support. So for campaign locations, if you have her in the beginning of the game, she will be rated higher than if you have her near the end of the game. Because people who have completed or 3-starred stage 12-3 or 12-6, whatever, brutal, they don't need her because they just use one champion that can do it. But for people who are lower ranked, are still trying to get there, for campaign locations, she would be a 4.5 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. And for clan boss, the reasoning for that is because she will buff your allies' attack, as well as passively heal them and cleanse them. And her basic attack hits surprisingly hard. So for clan boss, I currently use her for clan boss because I don't have anybody to replace her. She can either be used as an aura skill leader, or she can be used the way that I use her, as a support, like cleansing them from the stun, passively healing, so make Apothecary's job easier. And that's about it. That's what she's used for clan boss. And I would give her a 4.5 on clan boss. Arena offense, I would give her a 5 out of 5. So the thing about Arena, she thwarts a lot of people's tactics. Like some people like using a lot of debuffs, and she will just cleanse it. She's a very fast character. She will go and then cleanse it. But if she goes before them, then that's not going to work. So yeah, for Arena offense, I'll give her 5. And she buffs your allies' attack by 50%, which is primarily what I use her for. So I buff my attack and then I use Balor to finish everybody off. Dragon Slayer is going to be a 5 out of 5. Arena defense, 4.5 out of 5. Minotaur's Labyrinth, I would give her 5 out of 5 as well. She has helped me clear Minotaur's Labyrinth by keeping my characters alive and taking away Hex from the Hex debuff the Minotaur lands on you. So that really helps. And then all the keys, Force, Ice Golem, Void, and Spirit, I would give her a 5 out of 5 as well. She does her job very well as a support character. So if you guys have her in their Champions Vault and you haven't leveled her up, I would recommend do it unless you have better characters. Spider's Den, I think she's rated too high in Spider's Den. She does take away the poison from the spider and increase your allies' attacks, but she doesn't have an AoE. If you don't need it, if you have a lot of AoE units, I would use her. That would be good. But if you don't, then I wouldn't advise using her. So I would give her a 3.5 on Spider's Den. And Fire Knight's Castle, so she doesn't have a multiple hit. So Fire Knight's Castle, you need multiple hits. She doesn't have one. So I think she's rated too high for Fire Knight's Castle. I'll give her a 3 for Fire Knight's Castle. And we go to recommended artifacts. So we're going to take a look at this, see if you guys should follow it or not. Some champions you can, some champions you can't. Like some of them are correct, some of them are not. Like for example, Belor. If you look at his recommended artifacts, this is incorrect. If you guys want to know how to build Balor, you can follow my champions guide for Balor. And we're going to go back here. So the way that they built her is correct. The correct way to do it. But I will change one thing. If you guys are going to go for clan boss, is make this chest plate HP percentage. And that's about it. And if you guys want to go for arena, you can change this to crit rate percentage if you want to get that crit rate buff up. So we're going to take a look at total stats. Her HP could be higher. Her attack, I don't really care about that. Defense is good. It's okay. It could be better. Speed. So the thing about her speed is I would want her to be faster than this. But I have Apothecary giving her speed, so it's okay. And she also increases her own speed with her aura skill. Crit rate. My crit rate is way too low. I would recommend getting her to around 70% if you guys are solely focused on arena with her and you don't need her for clan boss. And crit damage is good. It's okay. And that's it. So that's it for her artifacts. We went through her skills. We're going to go over her masteries now. So masteries, I'm not done them yet, and I can't get the tier 6 because I'm not level 60 yet. So I want the crit rate for her basic attack, deadly precision, and the crit damage as well. And I also want for the shield breaker, which is increases damage inflicted to targets under shield buffs by 25%. So I want it for this for arena purposes. And the next one, single out, increases damage inflicted to targets with less than 40% HP by 8%. I'm using that to finish off champions in arena, as well as doing more damage in clan boss if I'm fighting him when he has less than 40% HP. And bring it down, increases damage inflicted by 6% when attacking targets with higher max HP. So a lot of people will have higher max HP than her. Well, I do have her with a one life set, but she should be doing more damage against a clan boss because the guys have massive health pool. And then methodical, increases damage inflicted by the champion's default skill by 2% each time it's used during battle. Stacks across each round of battle up to 10%. So I like this move for Minotaur's Labyrinth as well as clan boss, and also arena. So this is a very solid move. She only has one ability that damages. And there are two things you can do for tier 6. There's two ways. If you are a clan boss focused, I will go for War Master because it has 6% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking, and it's equal to 10% of the target's max HP. So that is very good for the clan boss. And the next one, Hounds Smasher. So if you want to solely focus on arena and you're not going to be using Doompriest and clan boss, you can go for Hounds Smasher. She has a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense. For skills that ignore defense, this 25% is in addition to the amount ignored by the skill. So this is only good for arena, as you can see. And support. We went for the support tree. We did not use do any accuracy. We didn't go down that path because she does not have any debuffs. So we went through steadfast, max HP plus 810, and lay on hands, increases the value of heals the champion casts by 5%. So she has a passive heal, so this increases the value by 5%. And then the next one, Healing Savior, increases the amount of healing and the value of shields. She doesn't have any shields, so you can ignore this, by 10% if the target ally has 40% HP or less. And then next is Rapid Response. It has a 30% chance of increasing the turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expires. So this is very good for clan boss. Because it has a 30% chance of increasing your turn meter by 10%. So her buff, she casts it, and then when it expires, then she has a chance to increase her turn meter. And next up is Cycle of Magic. She has a 5% chance of decreasing the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn at the start of every turn. So this will help you decrease your cooldown for your buff, the attack buff. Lore of Steel increases the set bonuses of basic artifact sets by 15%. So we are using basic artifact sets of speed and life, so that will increase it by 15%. And next one, Lasting Gifts. She has a 30% chance to extend the duration of any buff cast by her for 1 turn. And it will not extend block damage, unkillable, or revive on death. She does not have that. So she will be increasing her... She has a 30% chance to extend the duration of her attack buff. And the next up, if you want to complete this, I would advise just getting War Master or Hounds Smasher, and then not doing any more, not going through any of the masteries anymore. So if you want to, I would get Spirit Haste, even though it's kind of useless because if you increase her speed, she has nobody to support. And that's it for the masteries. And yeah, so we're gonna go over to arena. And we're gonna use her up, try her out, refresh. It's a pretty easy team. So I'm gonna use her as a support, as a leader, because she's gonna be increasing her own speed. And then I'm going to use my new legendary, but I would rather use Rowan. So we can go ahead and get started. Right, we slowly loaded in. We're starting off with the speed boost, and then we're going to increase attack 50% with Doompriest. Hopefully I don't get wiped before that. AoE. Oh, that's pretty strong. And we still lost. Pretty close. I had a better setup last time when I was recording. Try a different one. Okay, these guys some legendaries. Tyrell, pretty good team. We're gonna take her out. Use Rowan. Oh, Apothecary didn't go first. Okay, so see how she's frozen now? So her passive is going to help her take that away, so she's not going to lose a turn at all. We're going to try to stun Kale over here. No, we couldn't get it off. Yeah, see that? And then she gets to go, buff her allies. Hopefully Belor goes. Come on, Belor. Oh, man. Okay, Belor needs a turn. Okay. So Belor has the attack buff. Let's see how much damage we're able to do. So we managed to wipe 2 characters. And we're going to heal Belor. Doompriest took away any of the debuffs. And we're going to try to kill Kale. 4,000 damage. Not bad for support. Okay, and then AoE. And that's it. 40,000 damage because of the 50% attack buff as well. So that's how good she is. You can use her anywhere. If you have the only way she can be better if she has an active heal. But the passive heal is not bad. She's not like a main support character. I mean, like as a healer, like Apothecary, he's able to heal. But yeah, she's like you know how they have like main tanks, off tanks. She's like an off healer, so she can gradually keep your allies alive over time. So I would rate her at 9.5. If she had an active heal, then she would be a 10 out of 10. So if you have her in your champion vault and you want to use her, this is your chance. So I'll show you guys how good she is in arena, and she's usable everywhere because she's a support. So if you guys found this video helpful in any way, please leave a like. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, and I do videos like this every time, please consider subscribing. And I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again.